Today on MOE'S Toy Room, we're going to unbox from Neca. Here comes the ultimate Robocop. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of MOE'S Toy Room, coming from my room to yours. And today we're going to take a look at Neca's ultimate Robocop. Part man, part machine, all cop. This beauty is for ages 17 and up. Definitely not, you can see the top right there. Choking hazard, small parts, not intended especially for children under 3 years old, especially. But this is recommended for ages 17 and up. You can find this at the collector section over at Target, all the way in the back. That's where this one was found. Don't know if they're appearing at Walmart's, but I do know that they're appearing at Target's. And they are heavily at Target. So take a look at your local Target collector section right there. And you will find this beauty for a retail price of $32.99. You can see the front poster art right there of Robocop in action as he's getting ready to get in his car or get out of the car. Don't know what's going on here, but you can see that. We're going to look at the side of the box. You can see more of the side of that box. This box is really nice. Really liking it. I wish it would have had a little bit more shine that would have separated, that you could really tell that it's not a bootleg, but it's just a doll like packaging. So, but it does have some really good art. The picture's really clear on it, so it's really cool. Part man, part machine, all cop. The future of law enforcement features a spring-loaded holster. So we're going to take a look at that. Also, it includes an Auto 9 Cobra assault cannon, data spike right hand, blast effect, and interchangeable heads. Oh, sounds interesting. All right, so you can see the side of that package right there. More of the Neca brand going on right there. And then let's crack this beauty open. You can see the inside of this beauty. You can see a picture right here of Robocop with the right diorama behind him. You know, some of you diorama guys that really know how to do it are probably going to have a blast with this figure, because there is just so much that you can do with the Robocop. But we're going to look at Robocop kicking back behind his window, pain locked in his plastic prison, as he has made it here to MOE'S Toy Room. All right, folks, so let's take him out of the package and see what he can do. All right, folks, so we are back, and Robocop is checking in to the highest point of his head. Exactly at around 18 centimeters, slightly over 7 inches, slightly, but more like 18 centimeters. All right, so this beauty is different, and I knew I was going to have my hands full with this review because this beauty brings instructions, and here are the instructions right here. You're going to need these and go step by step if you plan on buying one of these. I was testing them out just a bit ago, just to see, you know, the rough points, the odd points, because people are having theirs break. All sorts of things are going wrong with their stuff. But I bought this figure because I absolutely wanted this figure and I wanted it in my collection. This is the very first Robocop I have ever owned. And Neca did such a wonderful job with this and viewer site that I have to have it in my collection. But it brings instructions because his holster opens up, and the gun, I believe it's his Auto 9 pistol, goes in, and you could close it with it in there. But when I was doing it, when I was trying it out, when I got it to close, but then when I reopened it, the gun went flying out and I couldn't find it. So it took me a minute to find it, but I did find it. And then one of the back pieces popped right off of his chamber. So I had to snap it back on and went back on. But hopefully I will be able to show you this up close for you to see it, because this is an interesting feature. And if you could figure out how to use it really well, this is going to be a really nice figure. All right, folks. So you're wondering, what does he bring? Yes, he brings his Auto 9. You can see it. Really nice. This will be the one that will go in the holster. Fairly large gun. Okay. He brings the blast effect to it. So if you're wondering how this thing will hold, it has a little thing right there in the inside, a little chamber, and it should snap right in. And that's how it will look. It will look just like that. Okay. And then he brings his spike. This is his, let's see, his data spike. Yeah, that he will put in and get all his data. Yeah, drop that beauty. And then he also brings an interchangeable head. Very odd looking. This is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having two of these guys, but the cost is just so expensive. I would have one on display with showing the head and one with the Robocop mask on, but it's really cool. I like what they did with this. You can see more of that. I don't know specifically the likeness, but yeah. You be the judge. Okay, and then he brings his, let's see what this is, the Cobra assault cannon. Look at the size of this. Super nice. Look at this. It comes all out. You can get this thing to move. However, yeah, I don't know if mine's is what's going on with that. But yeah, there you go. Oh, mine just popped off or broke. I don't know. I think it just popped off. Let's see here. Let me fix this thing. All right, so I popped it back on, and I was looking and looking, and yeah, it has a little pop on right there. So you got to pop it on from the side. I don't know if I did that right. I think I might have did it a little bit backwards. All right, let me see if I can straighten this thing out. All right, so now it's straight. Now I got it to where it's straight. Yeah, so be careful with that. Make sure you don't lose none of these pieces in case you have little ones around that might find it on the floor. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It has a strap for that way you could just more or less lay it down if he needs to lay down, or if he's looking down at something to put this on a police car. However, he needs to shoot something down if he's from a rooftop. I don't know if he's just ready just to kick some ass. But it's nice. Nice little vinyl material, very soft leather. Well, not leather, but very soft molded plastic. You can see throughout. Yeah, they did a good job on this. I like this a lot. All right. So this Robocop is really nice. You could take a look at that. Let me show you how he looks up close. Very nice. Well done. I like the color. I think they nailed it. I think when you see this, it screams Robocop. And a lot of people are going to be upset with this figure and everything else. I've had problems with it right now already, but I'm not upset with it due to the fact that the nostalgia, what Neca does is he brought back the nostalgia of it to where it keeps it on your mind. So were you thinking about Robocop before they mentioned they were bringing this out? More than likely, no. But now that they brought it out, they made Robocop relevant again. And that's what I love about what they're doing. A lot of these toy companies, they're bringing back our childhood, man. Or they're bringing back that time in the 80s, because I'm not an 80s baby. I'm an early 70s baby. Well, I'm actually a 70s baby. But the thing is when Robocop came out in the 80s, I remember this clearly. And it was just one of those things where you had Robocop, Terminator. Remember, they even had like Maniac Cop. They had all sorts of stuff that was out there. You can see the side of this. Really nice figure. And he stands on his own, which is cool. But I said, you know what? I got to have this in my collection because I do have a Terminator and I got a bunch of Predators. So, yeah, I went ahead and got this one. I'm still on the fence. I might go back and get two if, you know, if I don't know, but costly, man. $32.99 US. All right. So it's review time. Head goes down about that far. He looks up really, really nice. Hits that side to side like he's trying to figure something out. Here's a kicker, folks. This beautiful figure, his arms only go up that far. That's it. That's it. He can barely do the chicken dance, right? But they will go up and around. You can get them to go up and around. Not much articulation on this figure, but you can see it. Single joint right there on this figure. And it was stiff. It took me a while. I had to kind of like work with it a little just to get it to, but single joint, same as the other side. I really have to, you got to hold it not to break it, but it feels like it is, like it's going to break, but it really isn't. It's just a well-made figure. Hopefully it doesn't break. Very nice, but yeah, that's it, folks. And then he does have some rotation swivel right here, right below at the very top of the glove area, I guess. That's it. That's all there is. Okay. Same as the other arm. You can see that. Yeah, that's all he has. Okay. So we're going to go right here below his plate. Okay. And he will have some swivel right here. Really nice. And then he also has it at the waist, which you wouldn't think, right? So look right here. And he can turn around really well. If you need him to spin around and fire and then spin back around. Yeah, this figure, you could do a really good photo op with this. No doubt about it. It's just a beautiful piece. Okay, so his legs, he will run that far. Look at that. You could get this Robocop to do a lot of stuff. And usually NECA figures aren't this flexible like that. Okay. And then there is no, he has a little bit of hip movement. Okay, I want to show you that. Okay. I do love the fact that this beauty is standing on its own. And it doesn't matter where his feet are. And then when you go, there's no swivel or rotation on the thigh at all. But all he does is have a single joint. That's it. Single joint. That's it. And then there's no more rotation or swivel anywhere else down here. But that's because he has like these piston rods that are right here. But check this out. These push rods, look, they go in and out. That is cool, folks. That is a really cool feature. Piece of paint just came off. Look at this one. Yeah, this one works really good. You can see that. Yeah, super nice. Yeah, a piece of paint just came off. But, oh well, it's a really cool figure. I am digging this figure. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, here's the kicker, okay? Here's the part that everybody's having trouble with. Right back here. Okay, so you got to open it up. Here's how you open it. You got to push up. And it opens up, okay? And the problem that I have, that I think made this back piece right here pop right off and it popped on, was because when I did, you see how the little push rod just like disappeared? So you got to deal with the instructions, and the front piece right here, you got to kind of push it in, right? But that's where it gets stuck, right? So it says just to push that, and then it should pop in place. But yeah, I can't really get mine. There you go. You got to kind of give it a little tip boost, and it will go in. But yeah, if you're very delicate and you want to handle that, that's the only way you're going to be able to handle it. You can't be aggressive with it, because then you'll more than likely end up breaking your figure. Definitely a showpiece for sure. So let's do that again. So you got that. and then the gun will insert in there. All right, so right here you can see right where his trigger finger is going to go in right there. He has a little notch that's right there. That's going to hook on the inside of there, and it should stick right in. But my fingers are fat, so it takes me a minute to get it in there. So let me just pause this real quick and be back. All right, folks, so that's how that beauty should be sitting in there. And it's going to end up dropping. The gun's going to drop, but you want to make sure that you kind of push it up a little bit from the bottom right here to keep it in there. And then it should end up closing. See, I'm having a little trouble on mine too. See, and then it's just hard to get it to open and close. All right, folks, so I got it in there and I pushed it up a little bit, and I kind of got to look for that little latch to come out the back and then kind of like try and get it in there. And yeah, that's about what I'm going to get. Mine tends to stick a little bit out here because the handle of the gun, see, the handle of the gun came out there. But I'm going to have to fiddle with it a little bit more because that is a piece that popped off earlier, but it clips right back on. But I had to leave it like that if you want to display it with the gun in it. But yeah, that's where we're at, folks. See, so I took the gun back out of it, and then you kind of got to, when you push in on the front part of the leg, you got to look for that back piece right there to go sticking through. And the moment it pokes his head through, that's when you got to kind of pop it in, and then it's back to normal. And even then, now it's just a little, but still, yeah, there you go. Still, nice figure. Definitely going to have to, I'll be posing him with the gun in hand. So, all right, so let's take a look how he looks with the gun in hand. All right, folks, so here's how he looks with gun in hand. Yeah, I like this. And let me get up close to that because you could see his finger. Look how his finger just pops right in there too. His trigger finger just to pull that trigger. Super nice sculpt. I like everything about it. Yeah, it's really remarkable. This is a nice piece. Look how nice that looks. Just looks real good. Okay. Here's how he looks with alternate head on with his Auto 9 in hand. You can see that if you wanted to have him pose like that. Super cool. I like it. Even the way that it matches up through the back right there just matches up super nice. This figure's nice. And you know, I got to give it to Neca because they tried something that's very difficult to give us that holster to open. And I know that that's the feature that a lot of people are having trouble with. But yeah, overall, this figure's pretty damn nice. All right, folks. So I wanted to show you this. You want to know how easy it is to pull this hand off. You just do that, wiggle it a little, and there it is. Yeah. And then you will grab his data hand. Be careful because this is a little pokey right there. So you definitely don't want this thing to be lost on the floor somewhere if you have small children. And you have a big old hole right there, and it should just pop right in. Let me see here. Yeah, there it goes. Look at that. Yeah, ooh, yeah, there you go. You got to kind of loosen it up a little. Yeah, and then he would pop in hand. Really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much how he could look to get some info. Let me turn a little to the side. You would just go and plug in. Really cool. All right, folks, so here's how he looks with this Cobra assault cannon. You can see that. Look how that looks. Really cool. I don't know how I'm going to pose this guy in my collection. But yeah, I'm digging this figure. I'm going to be honest with you. Has its flaws, but you know what? I'm giving it to Neca on this one because they really tried to give us the ultimate figure. They really did try. All right, so I tried to get him in a lay down position to see if there was a way that maybe I could have got him to Let's see if I bend that arm a little bit and put a little forward. See if maybe I could get him to where he's like shooting somebody from the ground. But yeah, there you go. That's a little bit better. But yeah, that's pretty much about how it would be if you want to see that. If you want to drop that cannon blaster, whatever that is, the Cobra cannon, Cobra assault cannon, and put it down. That's how he would look. Try to give you that shot. All right, folks, so here's how he would look size-wise next to one of my Predator figures, the Neca Jungle Demon Predator, the Loot Crate exclusive. That's how he looks size-wise, scale-wise next to him, which is also a Neca figure. Here's how he looks size-wise next to Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, Part 7, A New Blood. Yeah, this is also a NECA figure. So scale-wise, yeah, you can see he's a little bit smaller. But I get it due to the fact that he's just an average man and they put him in the suit. So they got to scale him to his head and everything. So yeah, the figure scales pretty good. Overall, I don't know if he's supposed to be a little bit bigger, but I know for the average man, he would look like that next to a Jason or a Predator. Also, what I forgot to mention was this figure also brings a small diorama cardboard piece that is inserted in the box, so you can see there. If you want to display him inside of it, you can. That could be how he would look there. But yeah, all in all, yeah, this is a pretty good figure, folks. So please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so that way you know when the next video like this one hits. Follow us on Instagram at MOE'S Toys. It's MOE'S, MOE'S Toys on Instagram. We're also on TikTok. Check us out there on TikTok, MOE'S Toy Room. And right here on YouTube, we are MOE'S Toy Room. So from MOE'S Toy Room to yours, everyone, good night.